So I did say the first thing that you're going to want to do on this is find the derivative. So that's what we're going to do. So you should get 2x plus 2y dy over dx is equal to 0. Okay. We need to solve for that first derivative, so that's what I'm going to do really quick. Definitely divide both sides by 2 to get rid of those. Subtract the x over, and then divide by y. So you should have the first derivative to be negative x over y. By the way, anytime AP gives you a problem where it asks for the second derivative, they always will give you an easy equation. Because when you do the second derivative, it takes longer, and everything on the AP test is based on timing. Each of the problems should have about the same amount of timing. So because of that, they have to if they just gave it if they gave this problem as a regular implicit, like for example, the one that we did on the test, if you did the quotient rule on that one, if you remember that was a quotient, it would take longer than just this simple quotient rule right here. So to make up for the time, they just make certain other parts of it easier, just so you know. So we have the first derivative here. Now we need to do the second derivative. So what I'm going to do is do the derivative of both sides with respect to x. Try to cram that in there. Okay, well, the derivative of the derivative is just what we're looking for here. So I'm going to write d squared y over dx squared equals, now we're doing the derivative of negative negative x over y. So we're going to do g f prime, so g is just itself, y, times f prime, which is negative 1. Just to group it so it looks prettier. Minus, don't want to forget that, minus f times g prime. Well, the derivative of y is dy over dx. Okay, and we're dividing it by y squared. The problem is, how do we solve this? Okay, well, you know that the y is 3 and the x is 4, but what do we do with this thing right here? This is the trick. Does anybody know? Where do I get that value from? Yes. Yeah, you found this orange right here is the first derivative. Okay, if you remember, we wrote the derivative is equal to negative x over y. Okay, so at 4 comma 3, really the derivative is going to be negative, negative 4 over 3, sorry. Thought I mixed those up. Negative 4 over 3. So I'm just going to actually substitute that in for all of these values down here. So it's going to be, well, here, let's simplify this a little bit. Boom. Negative y is going to be negative 3. So it's going to be negative 3 plus 4 times negative 4 over 3 divided by y squared, which is 9. Just make sure I did everything. There's so much room for error on these. But that's the one little trick. So as soon as you do that, the rest of it's just algebra. Okay. Now we do have to simplify this. If you remember that thing I was telling you before, the easiest way to simplify is to multiply the top and the bottom by whatever the denominator is, which is 3. Okay, so then you're going to get negative 9 minus 16 over 27. Right? So then you get negative 25 over 27 for your final answer. So the answer was A, apparently. So the answer was A. I don't know what I'm saying, apparently. The answer was A. Now, I'm just curious how many people actually got this right.